Okay, I am in a super bind and I need to get an ND filter on this 7-14mm. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking this piece of cardstock and I'm making a cylinder to fit over the lens, and then I'm gonna get an 86mm filter to sit right over the front of this lens. And you want your filter fairly big so that the wide angle doesn't capture any of the ring. And so started out with wrapping cardstock around the lens and then just adding some tape. This is my frame. Then I'll show you how to cut it so that we can hold the filter to this, and then that'll give us an ND filter on the 7-14, and you could do this with any lens really. So let me get started and then I'll show you what that looks like next. So I left a little ring here, but then I cut a bunch of slits, and this will allow us to fold this down, all of these. You get to fan them out, and you get to see like how there's still a ring left here. So that ring is going to go back over the lens, and then we'll have all these arms spread out for the ND filter to stick to. And again, this is just something I do when I'm in a pinch and I don't have the right adapter. Okay, so you can kind of see how this works out. Now these arms on the side are just way too long, so I'm going to trim them down. And once I can get the arms to fit inside of the ND filter, I'm just going to tape those down, and it will hold the ND filter alongside this ring over here. And you know, I'll tape that up afterwards, and we'll have ourselves a quick little ND filter holder for these wide angle lenses. So you see the arms are fitting inside of the filter here, and I'm going to tape it down. Now, had this been a larger filter, the arms would have been longer. So it really depends on the filter you're using. I'm using a filter that's as close as I can to the diameter of the lens without obstructing the view. So I'm going to an 86mm here. Anyways, I'm going to tape this up, and then we'll have ourselves a kind of a push-on ND filter. And this is also variable, so it'll work in a pinch for now. Okay, so we have the ND filter attached here to the 7-14. As you can see, I don't have any obstruction of view. This is also a variable ND, so I can dial in some exposure. Now, a lot of people will tape an ND filter directly to a lens, and that's great, that will work. But when you have to get it off so you can use the lens without an ND filter, this kind of setup is going to work, again, in a pinch. So let me pull this off and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I have it off here. I just wrapped it in some black tape. It's kind of matted. Now, I should have used black cardboard stock, but I used white, which is not a big deal because this really pushes up all the way against the hood here, and you don't really see the white stuff anyway. So anyways, that's just going to work in a pinch. If you guys need to make something that goes on and off, variable ND filter for really wide angle lenses, that's kind of how I do it. Normally I would 3D print some of this stuff, but we need this tomorrow, so that's how I do it. Hope that helps. For more information, cheesycam.com.